If you've ever been confused or upset by your own behavior or wondered where the heck did that come from, you're going to love today's conversation. Today we're outlining the unconscious motivators of each of the Enneagram personality types, helping us understand why we do what we do. If you're here to find or confirm your type, then listen closely because the unconscious motivator is the key differentiating factor. And once we've got a good grasp on that, at the end of the video we're going to talk about why knowing the unconscious motivator of your type has the power to save your relationships, your career, and your sanity. First things first, like your smartphone, tablet, or computer that you're using to watch this video on, the unconscious motivator is kind of like the operating system running in our background. It's subconsciously functioning, telling us how we need to be or show up in this world in order to survive it. But, and this is a big but, it's actually the lie we tell ourselves. It's the unconscious messaging that we've bought into that winds up being the cause or source of our suffering. Because rather than being what I'll call our true selves, we end up acting in accordance to this belief system that our unconscious motivator installed in us. So without judgment of ourselves or others, let's look at the 9 different unconscious motivators. The 8's unconscious motivator is to mask any kind of weakness or vulnerability within themselves by appearing strong and powerful. They don't want to be taken advantage of by others or be perceived as weak or vulnerable. So they assert themselves and show up in this world as invulnerable. 9's are motivated by the need to keep peace and harmony by avoiding conflict at all costs. So they'll go along to get along if it means not rocking the boat. Someone else's boat, by the way, because 9's consistently put themselves aside so as to not upset the needs and feelings of others. For 1's, we're motivated by the need to improve ourselves, others, and the world around us. We fixate on being good or perfect. So we're constantly sniffing at what's wrong and working tirelessly to implement policies, procedures, and structures that are going to make things around us feel good, perfect, or more efficient. The 2's unconscious motivator is the need to be needed, appreciated, and loved. And the 2's are one of 3 different types that believe they can't be loved for who they truly are. So if the 2's can get you and others to like them, if they can earn your affection, then they believe that they will get their needs met and they'll survive this world. 3's, who also believe that they can't be loved for who they truly are motivated by the need to appear successful and avoid failure at all costs. So like 2's, they're projecting this image of themselves to the world where they believe that success is the only thing that matters. For 4's, they feel motivated or compelled to appear special and unique as this compensation for what's missing within them. So you're hearing it right there in the unconscious motivator that 4's also feel they can't be loved for who they truly are. So they project an image of themselves of peculiarity, mystery, and uniqueness, hoping that others won't notice what they believe they're lacking. If you're feeling a whole lot more clarity about your own behaviors, having identified your own unconscious motivator, please take a second to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're not quite there yet, sit tight, we have 3 more to go. The 5's unconscious motivator is to gain knowledge and conserve energies so that they can be self-reliant. They hate the idea of needing others, and so they gather all of this information so that they can be as competent in as much as they possibly can be. They also don't love the idea of being needed by others. This exhausts them quickly. 6's are motivated by the need to feel safe and secure. They want answers, and they are willing to ask all of the questions. They want plans and contingency plans so that they and everyone around them can feel safe and secure. For 7's, they're motivated to avoid psychological and emotional pain by imagining or engaging in a future filled with possibilities. They hate the idea of being tied down. They want to be available for all of the potential fun that comes their way, and they will quickly reframe any situation or feeling into something sunny so that they don't have to sit with pain for too long. Those are 9 distinctly different ways of showing up in the world, and you can see how if we're operating from one of those spaces, how we can easily run into conflict with another who's operating from an entirely different unconscious motivator. Knowing our 1 default mode allows us more awareness of how we make decisions, how and why we communicate with others, and the logic, if you want to call it that, behind our behaviors. So when we're faced with a friend, partner, coworker, or boss, you can see how our own self-awareness allows us to step outside of our default mode in order to achieve healthier, more collaborative conversations, decisions, and results. Remember, your unconscious motivator is the source of your own suffering. Sure, it may help us temporarily or in a limited number of situations or encounters, but to function our entire life from one severe way of thinking definitely doesn't allow us to experience the fullness of who we are, who we were before the world told us who we should be.